All right, so the latest thing is that the new ballroom that President Trump is building at the White House, where the East Wing was recently standing until he demolished it, is supposedly a rebuilt Jewish temple. This is King Solomon's temple. Trump is building it. He needs a temple, whatever. So, anyways, I know the floor plan. Like people look at it, they say, "Oh my gosh, look how similar the floor plans are." King Solomon's temple. The new ballroom. They're both rectangular shaped, but other than that, they are not similar at all. Two completely different, floor plans. Trump's ballroom does not include a holy of holies for starters. I'm pretty sure the Holy Temple in Jerusalem didn't include a dance floor. The dimensions are completely wrong. The size is vastly different. So the ballroom is 10 times as big as the temple, and God is very precise in the Torah about the dimensions and measurements of the temple. Also, the location. I mean, that kills it alone, right? So, in during the time of King David, there was a plague that went throughout the land. Long story. When the angel who was bringing about the plague stopped, he told King David, "Hey, this is where you're supposed to build the altar to God." At this point, the temple was still just the tabernacle, kind of like a tent, right, standing in a town called Shiloh, west of Jerusalem. So King David did not build the temple, but his son, King Solomon, did. And that temple stood for about 400 years until the Babylonians destroyed it. Then 70 years later, the second temple was dedicated, built on precisely the same spot. Today, the Dome of the Rock now stands over that spot. To be specific, precisely over the foundation, what's called the foundation stone, Al Sahra in Arabic, Eben Hashdiya in Hebrew, and that's actually where the Ark of the Covenant is supposed to sit. So God is not going to greenlight a temple in Washington, D.C. I don't believe that's Trump's intent, and certainly, it wouldn't be a temple, right? The temple. And way more to the point in the modern context of the end times, the Jews, they're not going to call Trump's ballroom the third Jewish temple. It's ridiculous. They are going to build the third temple where the first two stood, where the angel of God told King David to build the temple. And again, that's on Jerusalem's Temple Mount, where the Dome of the Rock is now standing. None of this is to say that Trump is not very much involved in the rebuilding of the Holy Jewish Temple. Think in terms of his son, Jared Kushner. Think the Abraham Accords. Even the new guy up in Damascus, Ahmad al-Shara, a whole other story. But stay tuned. We will talk more. Stay filled with the Holy Spirit. God bless.